Hello, Critical Conversation Bros here. I'm Behold Greatness, and this is
Top Rope Bubba.
And we are here with our NXT Stand and Deliver predictions, along with
WrestleMania 41.
Wow, insane.
It's been a year since
Your boys
went to
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania,
baby.
Anyway,
Wow.
sorry it's been so long, guys. Our schedules have been absolutely ridiculously crazy. Opposite shifts.
Yeah.
Life has been absolutely hectic, crazy. Hopefully it calms down a little bit so we can start bringing more videos because we definitely miss it. So, anyway, might see some new things in our videos, possibly.
Yeah.
Before, after, who knows. But anyway, let's kick it off.
All right. So the NXT Stand and Deliver has a pre-show, and it is a four-way women's tag match here, and it involves Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus the Meta Girls versus JC and Fallon Henley versus Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. What a combination here. What are your thoughts on this match?
One.
Where are they going?
Did you say pre-show match?
Which they haven't done in a while. I guess we're bringing that idea back.
So maybe Triple H needs to take a hint. Like, you're going to make a WrestleMania 3-hour pre-show about talking. Let's add like one or two matches in there for like people that aren't on a card or get into a show that, maybe like R-Truth.
Maybe,
You know.
Maybe this is him slightly taking them a hint from what AEW does with 0 Hour.
Hopefully. But anyway, before we get off topic. All right, so you got pretty talented women in this match.
This is loaded.
Loaded. Roxanne's probably about ready to come up to the roster, if not the Monday after WrestleMania or the Friday after WrestleMania. I don't remember what brand she was scheduled to go to, but obviously that's probably all going to change because the draft's not far after that. Then you got the Meta Girls. Obviously, Lash is probably not too far away. You got JC and Fallon, part of Fatal Influence. I almost said Attraction.
There is Attraction.
And then you got Gigi and Tatum. So I feel like it's really going to be a really good match. I'm going to go with... My gut kind of tells me JC and Fallon. So I think that's my decision. I don't want it to be because I really want to see Gigi and Tatum. But my gut's going to go with the Fatal Influence girls.
I understand your gut choice, sir. But I'm going to see your gut choice and I'm going to tell you it's Gigi and Tatum.
I hope you're right.
Something tells me they're in for this push. And it's a weird combination, but I love it.
I hope you're right.
But let's keep it rolling here. We have a 6-man tag match?
Yeah.
Wow.
We got Tony D'Angelo, Stax, and Luca Crisafino versus the new group of Dark State, who has
4-on-3.
a bunch of random people that I'm not 100% sure I know all their names, so I'm not going to
care
try.
to know all the names. This is Retribution for me.
But the little bit that I've seen that they've done, like he said, Retribution 2.0, a little bit of, I feel like the Shield. I actually like it. I hope they elevate them to where they should have probably elevated Retribution.
I feel Spirit Squad was more effective in what they did than
wow.
Group, so that tells you how everything you need to know about how I feel.
I'm sure Kenny would be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think I sent you that TikTok or something the other day. But so I hope they continue to kind of use them because, like, the way they did the whole thing on Tuesday night for NXT, I felt was really good. I do think Tony D and his group are going to beat the Dark State, though. I think they're going to find a way. And I'm going to make a minor prediction that they're going to bring in somebody
Oh, yeah, they're
to
bringing
help.
somebody.
whether it be Nunzio or maybe somebody else. Who knows?
My name is Enzo Amore,
Dude.
and I'm a certified G bona fide study. You can't teach that.
Dude,
He's showing up. I'm telling you right now. Book it. Call it a spoiler. I'm telling you it's happening.
If that music hits,
The roof is blowing off the place, boy.
and so is Sam and Steph's
Bada
roof.
bing, bada boom.
Or wait, no,
How you
we'll be
doing?
here. Never mind. So will this roof.
So let's keep it rolling because we agreed so far. Smooth, easy.
Shout out to Alani.
Yeah, Lonnie makes good drinks. All right, NXT Tag Team Championship. You got Hank and Tag versus Fraxium.
I kind of felt like you were the asphalt thing on cars trying to put down a new strip of road on 66.
Sure.
But all right. Anyway, I don't know. This is kind of the match that just doesn't do it for me.
I don't give.
I want to get behind Hank and Tank, but unless they do something more or add somebody to them to elevate them, they're. I don't know. I just can't get behind them. I really like Axiom and Frazier. They've grown on me. They're very talented.
The cracks are there.
But like you said, yes, the cracks are there.
But it's not time to split yet.
Right. I think Frazier and Axiom will win because we're going to get somebody showing up on NXT Stand and Deliver, and we call them the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense, and I'm okay with it. And I'm more or less in line with you on this one. There's not a lot to disagree with because I feel like a lot of these matches are just booked as like mismatches that we're supposed to be excited about. And Fraxium stays together a little bit longer before they split. So we're going to move on. The NXT North American Men's Championship.
We got Mr. Ricky Saints, a.k.a. Starks to me still.
Yeah.
First off, I'm extremely happy he has a title. AEW wasted him. So I'm really happy that he's come in. Michaels has seen obviously his talent and already pushed him.
The charisma, baby.
And I'm extremely happy. And he's going against All Ego Ethan Page, which is kind of a smack in the face to AEW because they both were recently in AEW within the last 2 years, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's kind of haha, we got you. So it's kind of great. But yes, I think this match will be fantastic.
This is gonna steal the show for the men wise.
I agree. I actually think this will probably be better than NXT title match.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I kind of wish they had a stipulation or made it a special match like a ladder, tables.
I'm not even sure it needs to be because I think they're gonna put on a technical spectacle for us.
No, you might be right on that.
I think Ethan Page is very underrated in his ability in the ring, and I do believe they're gonna let us see these guys cook in the ring like they can.
So, I feel like they should kind of make Ethan like a MJF of AEW because I feel like he could.
The ability.
He has the talent.
He has some Miz qualities as WWE
he does.
style. So like, I could see it, and he's gonna be a fixture. You can put him in any situation, and they're gonna make it work. So I'm cool with it.
I do think my boy Ricky retains though.
Yeah, he's not having a short title reign. We're gonna stay agreeing because it's just right now it makes sense and the booking. And you and I have been pretty on board and pretty solid with what NXT does. It's when we get to the main matches of WrestleMania where we'll have our differences. But the way NXT does their booking, it's pretty logical to us with what's going on.
All right, we got the North American Women's title, and wow, we have a ladder match.
First of all, this is going to be straight fire.
Yes. Start off with Miss Sol Ruka, who is the newest Speed Women's title holder. She won.
That's
which,
very weird.
kind of wish they'd let her bring the title out with her, but I doubt it because we've never seen that speed title. So
they're not gonna take away from the.
And what's that on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody really probably watches it.
Just call it the YouTube champion.
Then we got Delta, aka Zarya. I'm still gonna call her Delta because that's what I remember her by. My girl Lola Vice, Kaylani Jordan. The return of Thea Hale.
Which
she came back with
we love that.
her own music.
We love that.
And Izzy Dame, who is part of the Culling.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
This is an interesting match. I do believe you're going to see Ruka on the ladder. You're going to see Zarya on the ladder. And they're going to be fighting over who gets the...
So you're saying I'm going to see a soul snatcher off of a ladder?
I'm not there yet.
Oh.
You're going to see a soul snatcher a couple of times. I wish you'd snatch my soul.
I'll fight you for that, but yes.
But they're going to be on the ladder, both fighting over who gets the title. And somebody is going to take advantage of said situation and have that championship around their waist. And looking at the group of people that are in there, I don't think it's Lonnie because I think Lonnie and Izzy are going to cancel each other out. So that brings you down to Lola and Thea Hale. And I hate to say it, but they put it on Lola Vice, baby.
Okay.
There you go.
As a Lola lover, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, she takes advantage of those two arguing, and she gets that title herself. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, if you want my honest opinion,
yeah,
I'm in agreement with you.
Because booking decision.
I think it's time to put a strap on Lola.
They gotta.
Or
they gotta.
You push Soul to the moon.
I think they're saving that group for a tag team.
Kaylani's already held that title.
Yep.
I don't think you're going to put it on Thea right away.
That fast, no.
Izzy Dame is not it.
Bye.
Zarya,
yes, I mean, I could see it, but I don't think
I
they're
could
splitting
see
the tag
it
team up.
Before Hale and Izzy. But I think Lola, it'll either be Lola or Sol Ruka is my decision. And I'm happy with both because I love them a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
The men's NXT championship, you got Trick Willie versus Obafemi versus Javon Evans. Who do you got?
I am hoping they put it on Javon Evans. Because I think it's time to be bouncy with a title.
I mean, you want to be bouncy.
Trick's probably coming up.
Yeah.
Oba is probably on that fence to come up. Which I think is one reason why they went out and signed Ricky Starks. And there's a few people coming, I feel like, to fill in. So I'm probably going to differ on you for this, so I'm going with Javon Evans. But I think it's going to be a really good match.
By no means does that upset me because I would happily accept that outcome. I just think Javon Evans doesn't win. I don't think Crash Out Trick wins. I think Oba retains and keeps that dominance going a little bit longer. Just my personal opinion.
You might be correct.
But we roll right into the Women's NXT Championship.
You got Stephanie Valkyrie versus Julia versus Jordan Grace
She's a low muscle
versus Jada Paka.
So, yeah.
To be honest, I'd be happy with whoever wins this match.
This is chef's kiss. There's no wrong answer.
Jada deserves it. She's put in the work.
Yes, she has.
Plus, she's got a nice booty. Jordan is, I mean, she's a powerhouse. She has the talent.
As talented as there is on that
whether they want to throw a title on her already, is to be seen. Julia, there were rumors that she wasn't really injured. She needed time away or whatever. And then you got Stephanie, who's the current champion.
And she's killing it, boy.
Yeah, that's another booty for another day.
She's killing it, though. Like, she did a tour of Chile. and all that stuff. She's getting that attention, boy.
So like I said, I think it's gonna be an outstanding match. It definitely will be the women's match of the night because they're so talented.
There's no right and wrong or right answer on this one, if we're being honest.
I think Stephanie retains, but if I had to make a second choice, if she doesn't, Jada Parker will win.
That would make me happy because I was the very first person on that Jada Parker bandwagon. So I would happily take that. And I'm with you. I think Stephanie retains. But if they are going to put the strap on somebody else, I think it's a return back to Julia.
Okay.
And that's just the way I see it going right now. But who knows?
That's the NXT card for Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, what a card that is.
We might get, some crowd showings, maybe some TNA people, or, who knows?
I think you're going to have...
Or maybe we get some TNA people showing up on the pre-show. I mean...
Well, and historically, they announce a signing.
It's true. That's true.
So
because they announced Julia last year, right?
So I think that's going to be a thing.
That could be. Maybe Britt Baker, like you said, or...
Possible, but I do know some New Japan talent who are out of their contracts, along with some Stardom talent.
Okay. Who
could potentially be thrown in this situation. I won't say any names yet because I don't want to look foolish because there's too many to sift through. But they're all historically people you could tie to NXT for sure.
Right. All right. Well, we got a whole WrestleMania card, so we're going to try to keep this rolling. But that is our NXT predictions for Stand and Deliver. Hopefully it's a great show. I feel like it will.
Yeah.
It probably won't be as good as the one in Philly, but I'd try not to be biased.
Your boys won't be there. That's all right.
Anyway, so let's jump right into Night 1 WrestleMania in Vegas, baby.
Wow.
Get her started.
Night 1, baby. War Raiders versus the New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. Who do you got?
So we got the heel New Day. And we got the War Raiders. I would love to see Valhalla finally show up. But I don't know if she's ready to come back.
Okay.
Good. I am going to throw a big monkey wrench in this.
Okay, you throw a big monkey wrench.
We're going to hear Big E's music. New Day is about to win.
Okay.
Big E's music hits.
Go.
And cost the New Day the title. That is my prediction. The War Raiders retain.
Okay. You and I are semi in agreements because you're going to hear Big E's music. You're going to see Big E. But he's not costing them the title. Big E turns heel with them as well. Destroys the War Raiders. And New Day is back on top, baby.
I'm okay with that. I just want to hear Big E's music.
Yeah.
I want to see him back. So whether it be costing New Day or helping New Day, I'm all for it. And I'm sure a lot of people would be. So.
And looking at this card, obviously, I'm wearing my New Day Rock shirt first night.
Oh,
let's go.
I'm wearing my Yeet shirt, but anyway.
Moving on.
Next match, I think, will be the women's match of the night.
Yeah, it absolutely has potential to.
Because you got Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Caution.
Heel Naomi.
She's a little unhinged right now.
I really think that this is Jade's coming out party.
110%.
You're going to see all the improvement and work she's put in really show in this match. And Naomi's going to bring the best out in her. Even though Naomi's taking this L, it is going to further the storyline fantastically. And it is going to make Jade look like the legitimate, credible threat that she has been.
I think Naomi's going to bring help. But that help won't help her win.
Fair.
It will help her. But it's not. I don't know. Cameron. I would love to see Cameron return, but I don't think so.
I'm not sure either.
But yes, I agree 100% with you. I think this is Jade's coming out party. I think her entrance is going to be top notch, especially for Vegas.
Oh, baby.
And we're going to see that. I hope she quiets them haters on her talent, everything about her, because I think we're going to see, and I'm not trying to compare these two people, so don't yell at me, but I think we're going to see a China-like Jade Cargill at WrestleMania.
I'm here for it. All right. Next match, United States Championship, L.A. Knight.
Yeah!
Versus Jacob Fatu. Ooh, buddy. Who do you got on this? It's tough.
If I were LA, I'd be a little worried. Because,
This is Samoan Werewolf when he lose.
yes.
Yeah.
He's unhinged.
He is.
And I am so...
All gas, no brakes.
I'm so happy WWE took that gamble on Jacob. And whoever's been working with him
Straight fire.
is outstanding. Because the matches him and Braun Strowman put on, or it doesn't even have to be a match. It could just be them brawling their life out, is 100% top-notch, worth watching.
Yes.
Cinema. This pains me.
This hurts your heart.
It really does.
I know it hurts your heart, buddy.
I was so happy to see LA retain. But we kind of all should have known that he was the placeholder.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it pains me to say it, but in a way, I'm happy too. I think Jacob Fatu is going to get that title. One, he deserves it. And I truly can't wait to see him turn on Solo and just go off on his own and just do whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe he makes his own little stable with his brother, which would be cool. But I do think the match is going to be great.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion.
I think we're in for a great match. I think Jacob wins. I think at the cost, though, Tama Tonga, and, probably even...
Did you have a glitch in your system?
Yeah, and even Solo Sikoa probably try to get involved in this match, almost cost him said match, and further fracture, what's going on there and within there. But Jacob Fatu finds a way, wins, carrying on. Next match for the WWE Women's Championship.
We got Tiffy time.
I've been on this bandwagon a long time,
versus somebody I know we are tired of. Done with.
That bag of bones.
Just wore out from.
She's been ran through.
She has as many WWE title chances as she has chances at marriage. That fail.
And she has that many facial reconstructions.
Ouch. All right.
So, Charlotte Flair, obviously.
I hope to God. I know we're on the same page on this.
Yeah, bro.
I hope to God Tiffany keeps this title. Because...
This better be to put her over. This better be the one time Charlotte does her job. That's all I gotta say.
If they put the title back on Charlotte, I am going to be one angry person.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip out. You want to see Crash Out? You won't have to worry about Crash Out trick. You have to worry about Crash Out Behold. Okay, that's what you have to do.
I'm literally going to be top rope because I'm going to go to the top rope and I'll try to do a moonsault, but I doubt I'll do it.
So that's all the time I'm giving this match.
Good.
I hate Charlotte. Tiffy time all the way. Next match.
And I am sorry for anybody, including my good old buddy over here, that I said I'm excited for her to return because I literally thought they were going to change her character, and they did not.
Thank you, because you did a public
I'm sorry.
apology. All right, this next match, I want you to tell us who's in this wonderful match. Tell us.
I feel like, our video glitched because that's how bad this match is. I feel that they literally pulled this out of a hat with a rabbit. Speaking of which, it's Easter Sunday. So this is the day before Easter.
Hippity hoppity. No, it doesn't.
We have
it isn't the day before.
a legend, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Booyaka,
Versus some random guy that's wearing a mask of American resemblance.
Dude straight out of Nacho League.
El Grande Americano.
Alright.
Which we all know is Chad Gable.
Don't get me wrong, is it slightly funny? Yes. But why? It's just not necessary. It's really not.
Alright. 1. When are we going to be serious with Chad Gable?
They try and it fails. So I don't know.
He was better when he was with Otis, Akira, and
thank you.
what's her face?
Maxine Dupri.
Thank you. I couldn't think of her name. And then he moves on to American Made, and that team's been a complete joke. I'm sorry, but the American Made guys, they just don't do it for me.
The Creed brothers had more talent because they were booked better in NXT. When they brought them up,
okay.
I didn't like how they brought them up.
I agree, but I'm not a fan. Can we please push Chad Gable to something serious? When he was feuding with
Gunther and all that.
Even when he was feuding with Uncle Howdy for a little while.
Yeah.
Like it was great. Where did we drop the ball on this? Where?
Probably right around where you never saw the Wyatt Six again.
Oh, that could be.
Okay.
Or
we
maybe
don't have a lot of time dedicated to this.
I know, or maybe Uncle Howdy just made a screw loose in his brain, and he decided to become a luchador.
They did kill him, so it makes sense.
That's true. But anyway, I really hope Rey wins this, because outside of that, I could care less.
It's Rey Mysterio winning. It's just stupid.
But anyway, let's move on. I gave way too much time to that.
Yeah, you did. Jay versus Gunther for the world title, and this is cut and dry for me. This is really simple because you brought up some things that were very obvious, but I was feeling from the get-go.
Okay, well let me speak here. There's another one of those that is kind of like a Tiffy Charlotte feel. Tired of Gunther. I think a lot of people
Gunther,
are.
Yeah. I hate Gunther. He's trash.
Does he slightly help elevate people? Yes.
By what? Chopping him with a frying pan?
No, I'm meaning more like, so kind of like Jay, you kind of saw the doubt, the whatever,
Without
so
Jimmy,
they kind of
Gunther
build
doesn't
him back up.
Do that. Like
No, yeah,
Jimmy,
I agree.
Like,
But anyway,
yeah.
So I had told him the other day, which I kind of saw a video too, so it kind of helped this. So if you all remember back, it was the debut of Netflix.
Yeah, when he came out with.
So he came out with Travis Scott.
Where you ever smoked the weed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't.
That was,
but and then we had John Cena and Jay left at the Rumble, and Jay won because John went over the top rope, right? So John already knew he didn't have to win because he was gonna sell his soul to The Rock. Well, what if Jay also sold his soul to The Rock, or sells his soul to The Rock to win this title? So we may have 2 championship matches of 2 people that sold their soul to win. But I feel like Jay and Cena having a stable, kind of like that, I feel like would be really cool. Plus The Rock's helping out family. And who knows? Who knows who else sells their soul? But I'm going with, finally, WWE does something right with Jay and finally puts a strap on him. Because if they don't,
there's going to be a riot.
I don't even know where you would go from there.
Yeet. They can't have him lose again. And it's simple. I'm not going to dedicate any more time.
And we obviously all see why they made him start doubting himself, because they wanted to. So, got it. All right, to the main event of night 1.
Custody of Paul Heyman match.
Actually, it's kind of funny because it's true. But anyway, I already know where I'm going with, so you can start. Go ahead.
You got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And apparently Mr. Paul Heyman is supposed to be in Mr. Punk's corner. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that does not make Mr. Roman happy.
Mm-mm.
Seth Rollins just thinks it's all hilarious and says he wants to screw them both. And like you and I discussed, which we're on the same page with, there's no better way to screw them both than for Seth to take the wise man himself. Further that storyline along, baby. Seth Rollins wins, and he's got himself a wise man, and you got a wonderful heel Seth Rollins who propels into superstardom and gives Roman that time off he desperately wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roman's definitely taking time off.
Yep.
I'm still interested to see if Heyman goes with Punk or Rollins, but I will stick to kind of what I agree with. That Rollins is going to end up with the wise man. I think what would be cool, I know Becky has already said that she's not coming back for a little while.
I think she lied, didn't I?
But maybe that's Paul Heyman's first wise woman. Or did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have Seth and Becky as his own little thing, which would be freaking pretty cool. I'm really hoping maybe we see Becky, maybe we see AJ Lee finally. I doubt it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
But
that's the end of an eventful night 1.
I think it's going to be a good match, though. Very good. And I think there's going to be, multiple stories to this. Yeah. I think it's kind of going to be like a Bloodline Rules match, just without certain characteristics, but kind of that build up maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think you'll see some stuff happen,
and
it's exciting.
And I'd love to see like Roman has some people come out, Punk has his own people come out, and Rollins has his own. Like, it'd be interesting to see who would help Rollins and who would help Punk. I mean, be pretty interesting dynamic, but yeah.
Moving to night 2.
So that's Punk. I mean, jeez, that's Punk 1. That's night 1's card and predictions.
All right, moving to night 2.
So now we're going to night 2.
Yeah. So you got the women's world championship match. You got Io Sky versus Rhea versus Bianca. Who do you got? Because this is going to be a great match, regardless.
You go first. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I like a lot of this. Everybody loves Mommy, and I love Io, and I love what Io does. But this is where the rest of Bianca's turn happens. Her seeing Naomi lose and all that, and not being on the same page as Jade shows up here for night 2. And you find that Bianca and Naomi really are aligned and both healed, and you have Bianca pulling out the win over both.
Okay. I'll be one person to say Io has grown on me over, the last year or so.
Yeah.
She definitely deserves a decent title run. Rhea, I love Rhea, but I also am kind of getting tired of Rhea in title matches. I mean, she's that superstar that deserves it. Bianca is... Man, I'm losing my voice for some reason. I kind of agree that I feel like something is going to happen with either Jade, Naomi, whatever, with Bianca at some point during that match. But I also think Io is going to get help. I think we're going to see a return of Asuka.
Which is fine.
Which will kind of interject her into WrestleMania or whatever a little bit. My prediction, I think Io is going to retain.
Which I wouldn't be mad about.
I think she
It's one of those
deserves.
matches there's no wrong.
She kind of deserves that
She does.
that
I'm
big
not mad.
victory. So
Next one, boy, you got Braun versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Who the hell wins this convoluted mess?
all right. I might surprise some people.
Okay.
I might piss some people off. Anyway, any four of these people deserved it.
Yeah.
And this is why. Braun, I feel like Braun, it's soon probably time to elevate him to a higher status.
Yeah.
Penta has been absolutely everything we've asked for and probably more since he's debuted.
I agree.
WWE has done him 155 million % correct. His entrance is outstanding. The character work that he's done already has been spot on. And his brother has done really well too since he's debuted. Balor, I've always felt like he's gotten screwed out of main titles. He deserves a decent title run of some sort. Because unfortunately, when was it, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, that he had that title and lost it the next day because his shoulder.
And they keep teasing
A split.
the demon.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
They keep teasing.
Dom. Let me get to Dom here. A lot of people don't like him. I am one of those people that I think they have absolutely done outstanding with his character.
Yep.
Turning him heel, putting him in the Judgment Day has been the best choice for that man. It has elevated him. I feel like his father is probably extremely happy with where he is.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the whole chicken tendy thing with Rhea and Liv and all that. He does it great.
I mean, that's a nice caveat to have Liv.
Right. Well, yeah.
Nice
and then you add Carlito into that group, which gives it some funniness. And then you got to try to have Finn as the serious kind of a guy. And then, of course, you add Liv and Raquel. And then you got the Funko Pop guy, JD, which I'm ready for him to come back.
It's going to be a while, yeah.
So, I think I'm kind of blow some people away. I think it is time to put a strap on Dominic Mysterio. He has worked mighty hard, whether people want to agree or not. I think it's time. And I think that's where we're finally going to see that little crack that has started in Judgment Day become an avalanche. Because now Dom has a title. Liv and Raquel have a title. As of right now, they do. And Finn does not. So that may piss Finn off even more. Which is where, as he said, I think the Demon Balor comes back into play. Because he's going to kind of go off the deep end. And, yeah. So, my choice is Dom to win. Now, will I be mad if Finn or Penta win? No. I think Penta does deserve it, but my choice is Dominic.
I think we're pretty much on the same page as this one because I think it sets up him and Finn at SummerSlam to bring the Demon back. So, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on this.
If I get to see Demon Balor live, yes.
So you and I are on the same page as that. I'm picking Dom as well. But I would be happy if Penta or Balor won. I wouldn't be upset. We're going to address this real quick. Randy KO had to obviously dip out of his match, so Randy's looking for it. And I have two options for this match.
So, first, get well, KO. Hopefully, surgery went well. Rehab goes well. You never want to see, whether you like him or not, a wrestler go down and have a career-threatening injury. Obviously, Randy knows all about that, which is why Randy also helped make sure he went and got a second opinion because obviously he was worried about him. So whether you see storylines, people say it's real, fake, whatever, Randy was legitimately worried about KO. And you kind of saw that when KO was given his "Hey, I gotta go away" speech. So hopefully KO isn't gone for long. But obviously, your regular life is way more important than WWE. So get well soon, KO.
But I think we got two possibilities for who enters this match.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, outside of Nick Aldis, which I think that's like the longest shot, which I would take.
I think that's going to be later down the road.
But I do think a possibility could be somebody from Las Vegas doesn't have a match on this card, and has been linked to all these people. He just got his Fall and Pray music back.
Oh, you're talking about Karrion Kross?
Mr. Karrion Kross.
Dude, I saw that. I was so happy, and I have been one of these people that keeps saying Karrion needs freaking pushed.
He needs pushed right.
He's got so much talent. He needs his own actual legit stable.
Yeah,
not this stupid AOP whatever crap you gave him.
Then I think the other option is this is where they insert Aleister Black.
Agree.
Those are the two options I think here. That's just how I felt. So
I've agreed with those. I think Miro is an option because obviously he has resigned.
Yeah, there's some history there. I can see that.
And I think there is
even Sheamus could probably
Sheamus has already said, and I think there's a minor dark horse that we may not even know about that could be an option. That I don't know. I'm just saying, like somebody we don't know that
there could be somebody
maybe they've signed and it hasn't gotten out, or maybe somebody that's come. I don't know if there's anybody that's really injured. Is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
That might be return
of that level.
I mean, I know JD, but like he ain't gonna be it. But who knows? And maybe Nick Aldis brings somebody that because I mean, I would assume he has that choice. So.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting on that, but I do think Randy deserves to have a match. I hope they don't cut it from the card. Because this isn't actually on the card as of right now. We just threw it in because at one point it was. So
yeah. All right. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a street fight?
I think this is going to be a 5 out of 5 match. Drew always puts on banger matches.
Banger.
The new Undertaker, Damian. Because I feel like that's what they're building him up as.
The bisexual Undertaker.
Is outstanding.
Yeah, I like him.
I just hope. I think it's gonna be a very physical. I think it's going to be bloody.
I agree.
Match.
Street fight. I hope it's nasty.
To be honest, I really don't care who wins.
I hope they let him get nasty.
I kind of do want Drew to win. I'm tired of Drew losing.
Okay.
And I think Drew could be another one of those people that sells his soul.
Fair.
So.
I want Drew to win because I think it makes the most sense storyline-wise. I'm not going to be mad if Damian wins. I'm kind of like indifferent on this one, but I think Drew wins this just because it makes more sense because they want to elevate him in that title picture.
And I would kind of like to see the street fight legit become a street fight.
Yeah, I want it to be nasty.
Like, outside.
Cool. Great.
Like, instead of just, let's get weapons and...
Yeah, man, 12-pack walk in the street.
Like, kind of like the whole Dark State and Tony D thing they had going on. Something like that.
That was great.
So.
All right, moving on. AJ Styles versus the Maverick Logan Paul.
This is easy for me. Yeah. AJ Styles. I will never pick Logan Paul. Sorry.
This hurts me. I want you to know this hurts my heart. I love AJ Styles.
If you choose Logan Paul, I may hit you with this microphone.
Listen, I love AJ Styles, but they're going to have Logan Paul win this match. They're going to. It's what they're going to do. It's. I'm telling you, it's what they're going to do. They're going to have him win this match. I hate it, but that's what's going to happen. So, moving on. The Women's Tag Team Championships. Liv and Raquel versus BBL Bailey and Lyra. This is a weird combination.
Still trying to get over the whole Logan Paul thing.
Who's winning this?
All right. Liv and Raquel obviously are a good tag team.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously Bailey and Lyra were just kind of thrown together.
And obviously it worked really great, though. We were surprised by it.
Friday, they put on a clinic and looked like a well-oiled tag team that's been a tag team for a very long time. I was very impressed. And I think they both work well together, and I would be happy to see them win a tag title, and then we can have 2 belts Lyra.
Okay.
Are they going to do that? Yeah, probably not.
Boy, that would be ballsy.
Am I excited to see Liv's ring gear? 100%.
Yeah. Who's one?
Bailey and Lyra will win.
And I'm on board with that. I think so as well. Excuse me. And Lyra having those 2 belts is what opens the door for Becky to come back. Because how dare Becky's protege be 2 belts? That's going to be something. Now we get to the main event for the WWE Championship. You have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus John You Can See Me Cena. Who's winning this match?
All right, we're going to start off. We finally got heel Cena.
Has it been everything you thought it would be?
No.
Okay.
They've floundered it. Here's
Ouch.
why. They had that opportunity to do an NWO
And they didn't.
Cena version,
I would have liked that.
like Bray predicted. Now, don't get me wrong, maybe they could do it after
It
me.
could still happen.
But I think they dropped the ball.
Where he uses the Rock and then turns on the Rock.
2. All we heard for like 2 or 3 weeks is about the crowd. Why? Like, is that all we could think of? Is that a storyline we could think? Crowd this. Oh, you booed me. You yayed me. You booed me. You yayed me. Like, it was like, really? It was 20 minutes of my life I couldn't freaking get back.
You're right.
Like, I'd have rather, a 2.0 Dr. Thugonomics.
You were never getting that.
Anyway. Last week, they finally may have touched on heel Cena and Cody promo was fantastic. I feel like they finally let Cena take the shackles off and let him eat. That's what we needed.
Yeah?
Getting to the match.
Okay.
Cody. Obviously, we were there in person.
Yeah.
To see Cody finally finish that story. And it was one of the greatest moments. I'm going to sound really weird, but one of the greatest moments of my life to actually get to see that in person. Enjoy the feel of happiness from a crowd. And it was kind of like being at a football game hearing your team score a touchdown. It was that loud.
It was a great feeling.
Outside of Mike over here dropping the car keys.
Yeah.
And almost causing a huge dilemma. But anyway.
I was excited in the moment.
Oh yeah, weren't we all?
Yeah.
Cody has been an outstanding champion for the last year.
And the story building up to it was fantastic.
Have they maybe not used him to the full potential?
They have not.
Correct.
But
he's been outstanding.
They used it for their storyline.
But as a huge Cena fan, do I want number 17? Of course. Do I want Cody to win? Of course. Because I like Cody. Obviously. I have his side plates. But with that being said, these side plates, buddy, are about to come off. Because there will be a new record in WWE history. Mr. 17-time World Champion, John, you can see me now, Cena.
Fair enough.
Because he sold his soul, and so will I.
Okay, there, Mr. fucking Cena bandwagon guy. I love that. I think they do finish that storyline. I think it makes a lot of sense. Does it suck for Cody? Yes. But this is a rebirth for Cody then at that point. Because then you're going to have...
Well, what is he going to rebirth in? Stardust?
No. You just are going to have Legacy reunite.
I mean, that would be cool.
So, I think that's what that leads to, because he's going to need help, because there's going to be some obstacles put in his way.
But, with what I just said, I'm begging Triple H, please do not squander the last 7 or 8 months of John Cena's career.
Yeah.
Whether it be a full heel run,
Yeah.
whether the heel run be another 2-3 months and then he go back to being old John Cena. Please, as every Cena fan, he deserves a outstanding, great run of the last months of his career. And I don't want to see him get let down.
I agree.
So, I have hope. Not much, but I have hope. So, and I'll be the first. If the side plates are awesome, this will get changed. 100%.
So yeah, those are our predictions. That's a lot of wrestling in one weekend, and I'm sure there will be return surprises, etc. Stuff that we did not even think about or touch base on. But between Stand and Deliver and both WrestleMania night, you talk about a full card, a lot of wrestling to digest. Yeah, buddy, it is.
Yeah. I'm still really hoping on the whole John Cena NWO thing that kind of got brought to light by our fallen guy, Mr. Bray.
Yeah.
Which kind of predicted this heel turn 5 years ago.
Very nice.
What a coincidence. Anyway, I can't believe we gotta wait till Sunday at like 11 o'clock for that.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Anyway, I probably won't have a voice till then.
No.
I'm hoping they make a really awesome shirt because I'll be the first to jump on WWEshop.com
What, when he wins?
one Sunday night to buy it.
The 17 time.
125 million%.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to be getting side plates. And yeah. So that's our WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah.
Are there any other minor surprises that we have not talked about?
No,
This thing's getting heavy.
Not that they're noteworthy. There's just so much that can and possibly will happen. I expect a good weekend of wrestling. This is a true test for Triple H.
I'm glad you kind of said that. I don't feel that this has had the build up like Philly has.
No.
And obviously, not being biased because I was excited for Philly. I feel like some of these matches were kind of thrown together.
Yeah. But I'll let Triple H do his
One thing I will say, I do kind of minor things of Vince I have appreciated because I feel obviously the Philly WrestleMania card was kind of still his staple. And you kind of see where Triple H has kind of fallen flat. Maybe he needs a little more help, meaning like Shawn Michaels or somebody else. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some good matches, good potential here, but
there is.
I don't. The build up to this WrestleMania has not been like
been the
a
same.
few others, and to be honest, it should have been. Las Vegas is no small city. It is Sin City. It's one of the biggest cities in America.
I think they just...
I just don't...
I don't know if they just hang their hat on the ability to sell because of, you know, that being their home base, TKO's influence, and like, you know, that being such a tourist hotspot. I think they slightly took the easy way out and were lazy with some of it because I felt maybe they could be. I don't know, but maybe we'll be eating crap. Maybe Triple H will just make us look silly for even questioning him because maybe every single match works out the way he envisioned and we just shut up because it's great.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Maybe, maybe at the end of the night after Saturday and Sunday, we're like, okay, card was flat, but damn, it was a good night.
And it's on the wrestlers to deliver as well. And
yeah.
If they do, we're not really questioning.
That being said, I'm excited to hang out with Steph and Sam at their house for WrestleMania weekend. Also Dan. So that is fun. We're having tacos and some chicken and some other stuff. So that's exciting. I'm ready for a weekend away to get away from life. 100%. I know he is too.
Yeah.
So we definitely have had lots of stress, lots of just we're just exhausted.
Yeah.
Excited. Hopefully next weekend, my friend Mark is coming from Texas. So it'll be another exciting, fun weekend, and I'm ready for that. So, and then hopefully we are able to get back to this a little more frequent, on time. Definitely have missed it. Like I said, I'm working on some other things with that. We also have new hats coming for us, and hopefully some actual hats for you guys to buy. We have some new zip-ups that are really cool. I can't wait to show you guys. I know we have a few other things. I also posted on our Discord channel and TikTok about a friend slash a wrestler slash a owner of a company called SSW, Superstar Wrestling, who is battling some health issues.
Mr. Inferno.
What he said, yes. He's had AFib and some other minor things. So our prayers go out to him.
Yeah. Thinking of you, buddy. We look forward to seeing a show soon.
We have also posted on our Discord and TikTok that any shirts we could sell for our product, we want to 100% donate the money back to him.
Yep.
So I will put link for Discord. I'll also post it on probably the video somewhere, so that way you guys can see it. And anybody interested in a shirt, send information on Discord or even TikTok. I'll put that in there. Yeah. Either go through his TikTok, my TikTok, or even the Critical Conversation Bros TikTok, which hopefully we will start building that up soon. Yeah. We just kind of haven't because the band was out there and just stuff. But we did post a 316 video on there.
Sure did. It was an exciting 316.
Hopefully next year we go a little bigger. Yeah. But like I said, hopefully we get back to doing some other stuff. Yeah. Can't wait to get to some indie shows. I missed that.
You missed out on a great show that I was part of that I put pictures up on the Discord and the TikTok of. I got to go with our good friend Cody out to Philadelphia, and I saw AEW Dynasty, and I know you're the AEW hater here, but let me tell you something. What an incredible show that was put on. I gotta be heel Topper Bubba at some point. And the vindication for me to see Megan Bayne on a big stage after awesome. Talking about her.
It's really
and
awesome.
Seeing her just absolutely kill it in that role in a fantastic match with Toni Storm just was the icing on the cake for me. What an enjoyable moment that was, because I've been on that bandwagon and so has he for a long time, and to see her get what she deserves was something special for me.
And obviously as fans, obviously you have the people in like say GCW, ACW, SSW, CCW, all them random promotions that you want to see. Obviously them people that run those promotions, you want to see them move up.
Yeah.
Well, as fans that go to watch those shows and have also talked about them on our Indie Spotlight, we want to see them rise up. And it's really cool, like he said, when Megan Bayne, literally, we had spotlighted her, and what, a week or two later, bam, she's in AEW.
Yeah.
Kind of like me, I spotlighted my boy Mance Warner,
And
who I really like. He's
TV
very
himself.
talented, and now he's been all over TNA with
Steph Delaney.
No, who's he been feuding with?
Oh
Um,
God, it's gonna bother me. Sammy.
yes, Sami Callihan. Thank you. So one reason we do that spotlight is for that reason.
People we think are on the verge or deserve that
So
opportunity.
when they come up, and you guys do watch this, you have a little bit of knowledge about them.
Yeah.
So which is really cool. We want to get back to that spotlight. Hopefully we'll bring out a new one on Saturday. For you guys.
Yeah, we actually have a special spotlight this week. Very special spotlight.
Possibly. I still got to get information. So if not this week, it'll be next week. But yes, so that's one reason we do our spotlight is for that reason.
Yeah.
And hopefully some other shorts and stuff. Once we're hoping when life actually gets a little more normal, we can actually really dive into this.
Yeah, we've been through the
because I
ringer
really
with
want to dive into this and make our videos better, make stuff better.
Just the work personal life balance has been a little rough.
Yeah. So obviously, unfortunately, we're not like some of the YouTubers that literally can dedicate every day to it. We want to get there, obviously.
But don't think we're any less passionate, and we are going to try to come hell or high water be.
Unfortunately, and it was 45 days since our last video, which pained me. Trust me, I wanted to dig in, get more, but yeah, life. I don't want to get into it, but life has been just extremely rough, and living situation right now isn't the greatest. So obviously, you still see our cave. We're still in our original cave, but at some point
there will be a new critical conversation.
We will have a new cave.
Yeah.
It's just where it is.
Yeah.
So that being said,
it's time for
shout out time.
Shout out time.
And I'm going to start out with shout out to Inferno. Again, prayers with you. Hope you're getting better. You find out what's going on. I'm glad you do have a wonderful fiance. It sounds like that is very worried about your health. And very making sure you're okay, and you go to the doctor like you need to.
And it's very clear the community, has a lot of respect.
Right, and obviously, you see storylines, and obviously the people that they're feuding with go out of character and do make sure they show love and whatever. Yeah. I know I've had some conversations with Corey, Mr. Inferno, through Facebook Messenger. I have ordered a new SSW shirt to support him. So, again, prayers with him. Hopefully, unfortunately, it's sounding like he will never wrestle again. But hopefully he is able to.
There's some things bigger than wrestling.
Exactly. But hopefully he's still able to continue his other passion in owning a promotion and continuing to make it better.
And he could be the best bugger possible.
And, maybe one day we'll, who knows, maybe you'll see the Critical Conversation Bros helping out somewhere. Be cool.
Yeah, I want to get in a ring with Doyle Day. That's the only thing I'm getting involved with. But anyway,
I wanted to start off with that because really that's the most important shout out to me right now, because people that are going through very more difficult issues deserve that shout out. So the second shout out is obviously T-Shirt Tony.
Funny Farm Apparel Company, the official apparel company of the Critical Conversation Bros.
Please check him out on Facebook.
Great guy.
You will see new hats here soon, zip ups. Obviously, we will have shirts
new gear,
for sale.
Baby, and we're gonna have a QR code.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Scannable QR code.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting.
It is.
And Tony's an awesome guy, great friend.
Yes.
I kind of feel like he's a father to me. Kind of didn't tell him about a certain situation that was happening in life, and he kind of got mad at me. But yeah, I understand. He's worried.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully we can get back to helping him a little more too. It'd be great. Something we enjoy also. So our other side gig passion too.
Yeah.
So anyway, good.
All right. Myers Meadows, best wiffle ball round. Shout out to John and Tom Turnbull. Hitting those what?
Dingers. Wiffle ball season.
Yeah, baby.
And I know he's reached out about hanging the flag. We really need to get out there.
I think we're gonna finally.
Literally, the flag literally
Still right here.
is still sitting.
I think we're gonna finally get out there. Life has been a little unkind to our good friend himself. But
So yeah.
getting that rolling. Also, shout out to Cody, good friend of ours.
Yeah.
I had
Always.
the adventure of a lifetime in Philadelphia with him. I got to see a air conditioner tagged. I got to see another bicycle missing all the pieces.
It's great.
I saw a bunch of cars that were definitely ran through. And I even saw some other crazy. It was a glorious time with Cody. We had an absolute blast.
Yeah, I'm really glad that a childhood friend that I've grown up with is kind of, becoming your friend. So that's really awesome.
Yeah.
He's a great person. No matter what you think about him, outside of his choices and everything. But he's an outstanding person. He has a great heart. He will always be like a brother to me. And again, it was an honor to hang out with not only him, but Cody also to do our first WrestleMania together was outstanding. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. 2027, baby.
Nashville.
Our second WrestleMania in Nashville. I can't wait. I'm excited. But yeah.
I did, and I will take full blame for making Cody a full-on Will Ospreay fan. You're welcome.
I love Will Ospreay, so it's okay.
Fire in person. Fire. Best wrestler on the planet right now. Period. But anyway, conversation for another time.
Next. Hi.
Next
shout out. I do want to start out with the Looney Goons Productions guys.
Yes.
My boy RJ just went through maybe a life-saving surgery.
What a wild
kind of weird. He
situation.
was having rib pain or pain in the stomach. He went to one hospital and they didn't find anything.
And then he goes to
another hospital.
Lung.
Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff, and he had to get two surgeries. He has a gnarly scar on the side of his stomach.
Gnarly scar, yeah. But dude's okay, thank God.
Yeah, he just posted he was spitting lyrics on his Facebook channel, so happy to see him doing much better. So yeah, and shout out to obviously Patrick Stunner. So.
Yeah. And they make great music and good guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Glesner. Also, he does some work with those guys. Mr. 12 Gauge does good work. Good friend.
Shout out to my Uncle Matt, who's standing here lurking now.
Shout out
we have now audience. Woo!
It's Good Friday, so
tomorrow's Good Friday.
Good Friday tomorrow. But happy Good Friday to everybody. Happy Easter, whatever you want to call it. On Sunday, for those that practice that. Then the following day is my kid's birthday, so happy early birthday to her. Holy goodness, lots of stuff going on.
Obviously, shout out to Steph and Sam, who we're going to spend our weekend with.
That's right.
Their NFL teams are not good choices,
Terrible, but it's okay.
We'll work past that. So.
I think that brings us to the end, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a really long video.
Yeah.
And we got a lot in.
Yep. So we thank you guys. We look forward to a great weekend of wrestling, and we can't wait to recap it all for you.
And
what?
Has it been this long?
Oh, yeah, it has.
Jeez Louise.
Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell so you get notified when we post new content.
And you can see our wonderful, beautiful faces.
That's right. All right, guys.
Be safe. Happy Easter. And peace out.
Thank you.